कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः परमव्योमभास्करः।
श्रीमते निगमान्त महादेशिकाय नमः। Rama, when he understands from Seetā that she wanted the gem-studded golden deer as her pet, whom she could play with, Rama thought for a minute. While she has relinquished all the comforts that she enjoyed at her father's place, at her father-in-law's kingdom, and followed me, shouldn't I, as a husband, help her get this deer at least? This was his thought. Seetā too, who was generally a very enlightened person, a person who never ran behind comforts, for a minute, she asked something just like us, I want the gem-studded golden deer. So this is that situation in Ramayana where the characteristics of the individuals, the patrams that we have always known, turns the other way around. We have always understood that Rama was a very seasoned, cultured, patram in Srimad Ramayanam, very respectful towards his guru, very respectful towards his parents, very loving towards his wife, very caring for his brothers, very, very affectionate towards his guests. This is our characterization of Rama. We also know that when he was asked to leave the kingdom and go to the forest, he immediately left. A person who was not bothered about comfort, such an enlightened individual. Who's Seetā? Married at the age of 6, came to Ayodhya, lived 12 years, 18 years she had to leave Ayodhya. She volunteered to come along with Rama to the forest. She was not asked to come. She volunteered. So such a simple soul she is, such a simple human being he is. When they get together, we expect some kind of intellectual exchanges which have happened in Ramayana. But suddenly she says, I want the gem-studded golden deer. We may wonder, sir, can you repeat? Is it Seetā who is asking? Yes, Seetā, that same enlightened Seetā is saying, I wanted the gem-studded golden deer to play. And Rama, the seasoned, cultured, enlightened individual, he says, don't worry, I will fetch that for you. And in contrary, who's Lakshmana? When Bharata came to seeking remorse and feeling bad, he said, let me kill that Bharata. Let me kill that Kaikeyi. I will not call Dasharatha as my father from now on. These were the dialogue utterances of Lakshmana. But how is Lakshmana now? He is saying, be careful. This is not a normal deer. So, people whose psychology we have understood like Rama and Seetā have turned completely opposite to what they are. Lakshmana, whom we have always thought as an angry young man, has become a very seasoned individual. This is that incident. Maybe Maricha is instrumental in turning all their psychologies different. Whatever said, Rama says, nothing doing, I will go behind this deer. He runs behind the deer. He runs to a great distance. I told you about the local legend that suggests a place called Mrugavadhe near Shivamogga in Karnataka, 900 kilometers. Rama ran behind the deer. While running, he sensed that this is no normal deer. Lakshmana's statement is true. He could be a demon. Most probably Maricha. I have promised to the rishis that I will keep this forest worry free. No Rakshasas will trouble them. So, keeping up my promise, I have to kill this deer also, and he killed. While the arrow was shot and it hit Maricha, he will die. But while dying also, he wanted to be grateful to Ravana. So, he shouted for help in the voice of Rama. Saprapta kalamajnaya chakara chadatasvanam sadrisham raghavasyeva hasite lakshmane ticha. He shouted in the voice of Rama. See what all he must have thought even at the end moment. In Rama's voice. So he has already sensed Rama's voice while he was 12 years. Now while he is about 38. And he acquires that, he mimics. We talk about mimicry today, right? He mimics Rama's voice and shouts, Ha Seetā, Ha Lakshmana. He shouts in the voice of Rama, crying for help in the name of Seetā and Lakshmana. Correct. But a bigger question is, his voice, which is 900 kilometers away, has reached Seetā. So this raises a question, was it really 900 kilometers? This again, I told you that place called Mrigavade based on the local legend. And we don't have any such legend in Maharashtra which says this is the place where Maricha was killed. Though it doesn't say, it doesn't mean that place doesn't exist. So it could be Karnataka and then the voice travelled so far, or it could be some place closer to Nashik Panchavati itself. Let's keep it simple. Now, the moment Seetā hears this particular cry for help, what she does? What did Rama do with the deer? Rama sensed that this deer is the problem and shot the arrow. After this deer raises an alarm in the voice of Rama, Rama knew that this deer is up to something. He then thought, if this voice in my voice has reached Seetā or Lakshmana, they will be panic stricken. I have to leave this place immediately and reach Seetā. This was his thought. So he carries the dead deer called Maricha around his shoulders and runs. He has to run back. He has to trace his path back to Nashik Panchavati. What did he do with that deer skin? I told you, right? Vedanta Deshika says, Maricha maya mriga charma parikarmita nirbhara darbhastarana. So he says, Nirbhara darbhastarana. Before he must have not had a bed. He took the hide of this deer called Maricha and used this for his bed. So Lakshmana must have dried that hide and then used for his bed and meditation. The same polymath Vedanta Deshika in Paduka Sahasram says, while Rama had to walk with the wooden Padukas in the forest, it's not very easy, it's not soft. So Lakshmana covered the Padukas with the deer's hide of Maricha so that it will be like velvet, it seems, for Rama. So this is how it is used. Now, let us see what is Seetā's reaction. Rama carries Maricha back to Nashik. Meanwhile, when this voice, cry of help is sought from Rama, because she doesn't know this is Maricha's voice. She thinks it is Rama's voice. So after listening to this, she says, Lakshmana, immediately I am telling you, go to Rama. I hear this voice of distress of my beloved husband Rama. Uvacha Lakshmanam Seetā Gacha Janihi Raghavam Nahi me Jeevitam Sthane Hridayam Vavatishthate Kroshataha Paramartasyaha Shrutasya Shabdo Maya Bhrisham. I am panic stricken, Lakshmana. I have never heard your brother calling for help like this. It gives me shivers. Your brother is in deep distress. Go now. Lakshmana says, you are right, Mata. You have never heard my brother cry in distress like this. Nor have I heard. Because this is not my brother's voice at all. It may seem to us as if it is Rama's voice. No, it is not Rama's voice. There is some problem there. Do not worry. Remember, Mata, you have lived with my dear brother as his beloved wife for years together. My brother cannot be defeated. He is Ajata Shatru. He is invincible in a war. He cannot be defeated. Yo Ramam Pratiyudhyeta Samare Vasavopamam Avadhyaha Samare Ramo Naivam Tvam Vaktumarhasi. Don't worry about my brother. Now Seetā says, after me telling you that your brother is in distress, after you and me hearing your voice, the voice of your brother who is in distress, if you are reluctant to leave this place, I have a feeling, Lakshmana, that you were waiting for this moment when your dear brother, your beloved brother Rama will be away from the house for distances and hours away, so that you can always come in a relationship with me. Saumitre Mitra Rupena, you are called the son of Sumitra, good friend. Mitra Rupena, you are in the disguise of a good friend. Bhratus Tvamasi Shatruvat, you are an enemy to your brother. Yastvamasyam avasthayam bhrataram nabhipadyase lobhattu matkrite nunam nanu gacchasi raghavam vyasanam te priye manye sneho bhratarina stite. You don't have even an iota of devotion or love for your brother. All that is diverted on me. And you are waiting for this scenario. I am telling you go and you are not going. It simply proves that you have had evil thoughts and intentions on me. In fact, after the Valmiki Vakyam in Ramayanam, in Ramopakhyanam of Vanaparva in Sri Mahabharatam, Vyasa states, to that pure Lakshmana, Seetā spoke such harsh words. Pure Lakshmana, Seeta's harsh words. He gets a bit agitated. Vyasa gets a bit agitated and says, she has shown maybe the nature of a woman. We may now think it is regressive. It is not about being regressive or progressive. If she has uttered such words, then probably you should also give the license to a spectator to offer their comments. We cannot pick up on their comments when she is throwing baseless allegations on Lakshmana. So she is the one who has started. She may have to bear the brunt. So Vyasa says, Hata vaistri swabhavena shuddha charitra bhushanam. Now, Lakshmana, he is listening to all of this. Imagine Lakshmana's state. Lakshmana was not asked to go to the forest by Kaikeyi. Kaikeyi's boon was to ask Rama to go to the forest. Kaushalya volunteered, but Rama resisted. Seetā volunteered, Rama resisted, but Seetā finally had her say and way and she came with Rama. Simple. Lakshmana didn't have to come at all. He could have lived in Ayodhya with his dear wife Urmila, Seeta's sister, enjoyed all the comforts, and he could have even taken up administration of the kingdom. But he volunteered. He said, Aham sarvam karishyami, I will do all possible services to you and my dear sister-in-law Seetā for 13 years, relentlessly. Every day, they have to eat 3 meals a day. For eating, you have to cook. For cooking, you need fuel, you need raw material. Everything from the fuel to the raw material, to the cooking, to the washing, to the sweeping, to the mopping, to the serving, to doing all possible services, Lakshmana rendered his entire life and time. And to that man, she says, you have been waiting for this opportunity. Let us see how Lakshmana handles this situation. He would have had an attack, but he manages to overcome this sorrow and answer. What did he answer? Oh, sir, this is where that Lakshman Rekha comes, right? You may ask. I don't know about Lakshman Rekha or anybody's Rekha, but let us see whose Rekha it is tomorrow.
Dear Astika reader, I am happy to be authoring a 2-part book on the Ramayana in English. The first part is slated for release in the year 2024. The book aims to recreate and retell the Ramayana of Valmiki conforming to the ancient commentaries and other allied literature. To receive notifications of the book release, kindly register with www.deshikadaya.org/books. Namaskaram.